Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with a monthly reading for Scorpio for October 2018. How are you, Scorpio? Just before I start your reading, I just want to say that Love Buddha Tarot has a new look. If you want to go over to my website, if you haven't already, it's lovebuddhatarot.com. And there's a lot of newness there as well. But if anybody does want a personal reading with me, you can book very easily through there. Everything is set out, and a lot of people are saying how easy it is to navigate. And the thing is, I'm not going to be available for a lot of October. I have to go back to the UK to sort some personal stuff out. So if you do want a personal reading with me, then please get in quick, as spaces are very, very limited for the month of October. Okay, so I'm going to start with your reading, Scorpio. And the first thing that's coming in, I don't know if some of you have been writing, but it's almost like I'm seeing this writing. I feel this is a way in order to get your thoughts out into the open. You know, there seems to be a lot going on in your head, Scorpio, and I'm feeling like there's this... It seems quite chaotic, the energy that I'm feeling at the moment, okay? And it's almost like you ploughing on and like having to, in some way, it's almost like in some way I feel that this is, you know, having to fight, okay? But this fight isn't getting you anywhere. It's almost like I'm feeling fighting with yourself here rather than anybody else. So I feel this might be where you're writing, okay? So it's like this, you know, writing. So it's this right thing. And I feel like this could be, there's something connected with this, which is, I feel connected with childhood, okay? There's something about childhood and something that you've locked away since childhood that I really feel needs to come out, okay? Because I feel what's happening is that you're internalizing it, and this is manifesting into your outside world. So your outside world is all this chaos and destruction. And whenever we try to hide anything, or whenever we try to suppress anything, it takes us a lot of energy to keep that sort of suppressed. And this is what I'm feeling here. I'm really feeling like a bit of a tunnel vision around you at the moment, Scorpio, as well. You know, so it's almost like, you know, release this and release yourself and allow yourself to see the bigger picture, okay? This is it. It's like the bigger picture. It's not all enclosed and all encompassing around you. You know, there are, I think whatever it is that's going on, it's if you look at different areas of it, you know, and if you look as an observer rather than internalize it, which is our ego's way of looking at it, you know, this is when we can actually see a solution here. And I really feel, I mean, my head is going mad here. I'm getting such bad heads here when I'm doing your reading, and it's almost like I feel my head is going to explode. And whatever it is that you're suppressing is not doing you any good, okay? So it's time to let it go here, Scorpio. So I hope that makes sense. It's almost like you've gone machine-like, you know, like quite robotic in a way, you know, of this is what I've got to do. And I feel talking will help. You know, like I say, this writing is releasing, but I don't know if this is helping. I feel that it could be taking you further and further into it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go with your tarot and see what I have here. So when I'm looking at your tarot, I feel there's a little bit indecisiveness. Well, not a little bit, a whole lot of indecisiveness around you. It's almost like you've got itchy feet. I feel it's like, where do I belong? Where do I need to be? Where do I, you know, there's all of these questions. And I feel this is coming because of this holding back that I've said, okay? So it's saying here that you need to have patience. You need to have patience with yourself and patience with a situation as well. Because it's almost like you're wanting this security. You're wanting to know where you're going for the future, but you know, you can it with the way you are at the moment, because maybe you're not feeling secure within yourself. This, you know, you're not going to manifest security for your future. So this is why I'm saying the answers are within you here. And when you delve deep into them and when you actually release them, this is when you will be released, you know, and you can then see, okay, this is the open and this is where I'm meant to be. This is where what I'm meant to do. Because at the moment, you're just struggling, and this is what I feel. It's almost like a long, hard slog here, and nothing is happening. You're like in limbo. It's almost like between two worlds here, and it's like I say, I'm getting this where do I fit kind of thing. And what needs to happen is something needs to end in order for you to have this transformation. So it's almost like when I'm looking at this, it's quite cocoon-like. When the caterpillar becomes the butterfly, it actually gets into this cocoon where it's uncomfortable, and it actually breaks down, it completely breaks down its DNA structure and everything like that in order to be transformed and in order to be free, so this is where I feel you're at this month as well, Scorpio. But if you persevere and have patience, you will get through this. You're strong enough to get through this, but it's whether you want to, okay? Because there's a sacrifice coming in here. They're saying this is a big lesson for you, Life is all about lessons, Scorpio. We are constantly learning all of the time. And they're saying you will not learn your lesson by going back to the past, although you can learn your lessons from the past, if that makes sense. So was it Einstein that said doing the same thing over and over again? Making a mistake is not the sign of insanity, but doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is. And this is what I'm seeing here, and I feel it's with this, it's almost like you need to turn your back on your past, because your past is not where you are now. Where you are is your present, okay? And this is the gift in it. This is the gift. It's almost like this is where you can gain clarity, where we can, this year's been a lot about learning all of these eclipses, these crazy moons and everything like that. It's all been learning not about the world, but about ourselves, okay? And this is it. We always have something to learn. And it's saying here, there's this security. I don't know if there's a problem around money as well, but they're saying that is there. But there's this fear around you. And I feel this is where the fear is. And the fear is tackling your emotions. The fear is really feeling your emotions. And what they're saying is you're at a crossroads now, Scorpio. This month is going to be a crossroads for you. And it's almost, do you go down that path where you know where the story ends, you come straight back around to where you are now? Or do you go down this different path where you really have no control because you don't know what is there, but it could lead you to, the treasures? It could lead you to enlightenment of your soul kind of thing. But what it's saying here is at the moment you are rigid, it's almost like it's putting the brakes on. You're putting the brakes on yourself. So it's really hard to move. The other day my car broke down. It ran out of petrol, and I tried to push it myself, and it was so hard, it was so hard to push it myself because it's a big machine, it's heavy. And this is where I feel, that is what I'm feeling here. By you being rigid here, it's almost like having the handbrake on yourself. So you are stopping yourself from experiencing fun and joy and all of this, which is your birthright as well. And it's almost like having this break on is kind of segregating you as well, and I feel that there could be something here around friends. There could be something around relationships. It's almost like, I don't know, there's chaos around. This is what I'm feeling. And I feel this is causing quite a lot of anxiety with you as well, which isn't a nice place to be. But it's almost like if you step out of yourself or step out of your own way, this is where you can see that there's happiness and contentment there for you as well, and there is healing to be done. And, none of us are ever fully healed. Healing is a continual process, throughout life. And what happens is we'll heal one thing, think, oh, right, okay, I've healed that. And then something that was at the bottom then rises. So it's like, all right, okay, now we've got to heal this. So this is it. It's continuous, but when we decide not to heal and we are stuck in this place, this is when we become stuck, and it's uncomfortable, and it's not nice. And it's almost like we are a prisoner of our own mind, or a prisoner of our own thoughts. And what they're saying here is this month is inviting you to learn. okay, to learn about this. And it's almost like, relinquishing control to step into your power kind of thing. It's almost like when they're doing that, it's almost like butterfly wings. It's you've got to do this in order to get there, if that makes sense, because this is actually wearing you out. And like I say, if there isn't this security in yourself, then there cannot be your security anywhere else, and this is where it's going. Now, I do feel there could be a water sign around you as well in a romantic sense, but I feel that there's something as well where I don't feel this person is free. I feel there is somebody else around them as well. So this might be doing your head in, and it's almost like I need you to home in and see what's real and what is illusion, because there seems to be a lot of illusions here. And it's almost like, that game, this is really strange what they're showing me, when you have things like hidden in a balloon and there's all the balloons and you've got to pop the balloons, to see where the prize is. This is what I feel you're doing. You're popping all these balloons and there's nothing there. And it's because, they're just full of hot air. They're illusions. They're not real here. But you've got this fight to to find the reality. But I feel it's looking in the wrong direction for it. And there's, it's coming in here. It's like I say, there's this fear and there's this, this turning your back on things, okay? Because it's almost like you cannot hide your head now. But what they're trying to show to you here is, they're trying to show you the bigger picture. Things are unraveling as they're meant to be because they want to get you to a place where you are happy and grateful and, where you are free, but free as well from yourself, okay? And like I say, they're going back again to childhood. Okay, so I don't know what it is that's happened here, but there is something that you are doing at the moment that is detrimental, that is a pattern that was learned in childhood, and it's repeating and repeating and repeating again. Okay, and unless you see it, you cannot heal it. And what they're saying here is the universe is trying to give you like this magic wand, okay, where you can actually see this and say, right, okay, this is detrimental to me. This is where I'm sabotaging myself, and I want to break free from this, okay? Because they're saying the chances are here, there's a new beginning for you. There's a lot of security coming for you, and there's a chance of you being in a state of power, but you're only in this power when you actually start to heal and bring balance in, and when you are vulnerable, okay? So you let these walls come down, these walls that you've built up around your heart, these ones that, you're not wanting to see things, and you give up fighting, okay? Because yes, there's a disappointment here and a disillusionment, but I feel you are looking at things in a wrong way. It's almost like there's a mess here, but once you clear that up, that will be fine. But there's real elements of trust and trust in your future as well, I feel here. And it's almost like, I feel here you really need to look at things in a different way, because the more you're looking at them in the way that you are, the more this is making you, the more it's kind of, you're sliding down to rock bottom kind of thing, but this is because it's almost like somebody's offering that hand to help and you're dismissing it, but it's like if you're drowning, you grab that hand that is there, because like I say, I feel that there is this love around, there is this love around, but I feel when I'm looking at this, I want this won't amount to all Scorpios. We have to remember these are general readings, and if you want me to look at your particular situation, then, it has to be a personal reading with you. But what they're saying to me here is this fire, this anger that I feel you are feeling is in some way connected to responsibilities you had to take as a child from a mother or a mother figure, Okay, so this is where this is where the link is here. Okay, and this is the circle that keeps going round and round and round, that needs to be broken. Okay, so there's something, and it's almost like once you recognize this, okay, this is when you will be able to free yourself from it, because I feel that there's an insecurity around some Scorpios that is connected to their mother or towards a nurturing or maternal figure, and it's almost like it's, this need to have to prove yourself, this need to have to be successful, this need to have to, all of this need to have to do something. Whereas, all you have to do is stand in your truth and be truthful, but being truthful to yourself is where it's at as well. So I feel there could be a trip here as well. There could be a trip, and I feel this trip could be in a healing way. Some of you could be making a trip to visit family or something like that as well. But there's this sadness, there's this real like energy battle here, where it's like I say, you're feeling empty, but it's look at where you're putting your energy. It's almost like you're inside your head. There is a lot going on here, Scorpio, and there's work to do here as well, because there's changes that are massively needed here. And until you do this, and until you see this as something that needs to be done, then this is just going to go round like a record, and they're saying that this month things can be healed, but I really feel there's a rift, maybe an old wound that is connected to the mother that needs to be healed in order for everything else to heal. It's almost like that will have a knock-on effect. So it's sorry about that, Scorpio. It seems to be quite a heavy month for you. My head is literally heavy. It is going berserk when I'm looking at this this reading here, and I feel like they're saying here, like, don't sweat the small stuff, okay? This is it. It's almost like you're getting yourself in a tizzy over things that are not, but they say, don't they? You're never annoyed for the reason that you think you are, and this is why I feel there's a lot of a lot of stuff going on here, it's almost like you're looking in the wrong direction for the answers or to blame. But it's like I say, it's simple. I really feel it's connected to the home and the past, and maybe a mother figure or a mother. Okay, so this is what's keeping you chained, and it's like unlock this gift. Unlock this. You are being given a gift here, a massive gift, they're saying, but you need to unlock it. Polly Pocket. Why are they saying Polly Pocket? I don't know what Polly Pocket means. That was a child's toy, wasn't it? None of these are right. I always let one of these jump out. So Polly Pocket, locket, something locket. Sorry, can't get what they're saying there. They're very faint. Right, okay, this one's fell out. And this says patience, and it says you are entering a time of great love and peace. Be patient and allow the current storm to clear. Resurrection, no more wounds, only love predicted for the future. And this is it, you've got to, that just ties in so much with this full reading, so it's be patient, have patience with yourself, have patience with situations, and remember that patience is a virtue as well. When we're trying to rush and we're too busy and we're wanting everything now, that is demanding, and the universe is just gonna cut off, almost like a spoiled child. It's like, no, you'll get it when we say, if we say. So this is it. It's almost like, be patient, take a step back, and have have grace and be at peace. I feel this is it. You know, peace is a gift you can give yourself, but that's when you stop going around in all this craziness. I honestly, I feel like my ears are actually bleeding there, you know, with this. So please, like I say, you know, be gentle with yourself and have patience. And if there's tears that are needing to come, they need to come for a reason, okay? Because this releasing. There is a big release that is needed, Scorpio. So I'm sorry that wasn't a nicer reading for you, but I really feel it's sort of homed in on something there, and I hope, like I say, that you can make sense of it, or somebody can. You know, these are general readings. So if it does, please let me know. And just remember, this is the month of sorting stuff out, okay? We've had all this craziness that's thrown everything up in the air, and now it's the time of, right, okay, I'm going to keep that, I'm going to do that. It's almost like an autumn clean you're having to do. Okay, so have a fabulous month, Scorpio, and if anybody does want a personal reading, please just click the link below and we can see what's going on for you. Okay.